have you heard? So we heard that Kanye got banned from the Grammys for, attacking Kim, Pete, and Trevor Noah, who was the host of the Grammys. So, the Oscars happened before the Grammys, and they banned Kanye before he even went there because they thought he was going to, I guess, do a Will Smith. Do you think that was fair?
Let's keep the angry black men away.
I was so upset. I was like, how are you going to sit here and he's the artist and you're going to ban the artist and then the host, who was a comedian, gets to stay it.
America does not give a darn about mental illness.
Yeah.
Kanye has already been diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
Right.
And we saw, the symptoms and all of that when his mom died. Right. So I think that trauma triggered it.
Right. Right.
So, and a lot of times, people tried to help him or whatever, but it was like, I don't think enough was done, and I don't think people are sensitive towards that, because they'll say things like, oh, boy, sit down and take your pill.
I hate that. Yes. I just hate that they're always like, and I want to say something too. Just because someone is going through an episode, it doesn't mean that what they're saying is wrong. It just means maybe the way they're going about it is wrong. Their behavior is wrong. But just because they need to take a pill doesn't mean what they're saying is wrong or is not the truth. And we're finding out more and more that the things that he was saying seems to be true about what was going on with Kim playing games.
The thing about it is, but he did not. There's a couple of things that he did that was wrong.
Right.
Big time. So, of course, the whole stalking thing and going on social media every minute and all this other stuff, okay, it's wrong. But it's part of, but if somebody has a behavioral and mental illness, they're going to act out impulsively.
Right, when they feel, but that's what the people are saying, the worry about because of his disorder, that they thought that he was going to be a danger to Kim.
Sure. Now, the thing about it is, if he had a strong support system, then that's where that's my concern. It's like, does he have a strong support system?
Well, now he's dating this woman named Chaney Jones, and she's actually a behavioral therapist or a behavioral counselor or something, and he has calmed down significantly since dating her.
Yeah, we haven't known about him, yeah.
Yeah. But it sounds like he has found someone that can...
Finally found someone.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. Because before, I was like, where the hell is his people?
But they were saying, here's the thing. People are now starting to say that they see what's happening in terms of it looks like she has been triggering him. And they thought that she was drumming up ratings because her new show is coming out. So they felt like, hey, she's drumming up ratings. She knows that, her name will be in the spotlight if she gets Kanye to respond. And Kanye kept responding to her. So after Kanye has not been responding to her and has been, out and about with his girlfriend or, in seclusion with his girlfriend, something else came out. A picture of North sitting on Pete Davidson's lap.
Yeah, they were in the cart together or something.
Right. And people were saying, look, at this point, it seems like she is baiting him because he's been so silent. And that same day that she posted that picture, which, Kanye has been obsessed about the fact that he doesn't want his child on TikTok. His daughter's 8 years old. He doesn't want his child on Disney. Apparently, there's talks of Kim wanting to put her children in Disney. He's basically afraid of, I would say, afraid of his children being, in makeup. He doesn't want his child basically at an early age. And to then suddenly see a picture of your child who we heard that Pete Davidson had a joke, a stand-up joke about, you heard about the stand-up joke with the kid?
Pete Davidson is the type of, he does that shock value, type
Yeah,
of
dark comedy.
That dark comedy. Like, he was joking about his dad did die in 9/11 for real, and he jokes about that.
Right. So people are saying, like, well, if some people are saying, like, you, that this is his comedic, that's how he jokes. But then for the same thing, then why isn't when Kanye did a video about him expressing his feelings, or why can't it be considered art? Why is it that we can understand when Pete Davidson makes a joke about babies, but then it's different because Kanye is expressing how he wants to beat his ass because he's with his wife, but he hasn't beat his wife.
Man would want to beat the
Yeah, I was like, well, what do you expect, Pete? Like,
well, the thing is like, people, especially celebrities, but people in general, do not even value marriage anymore, right?
Right.
So the thing about it, and Kanye's wrong too, because he was dating. Both of them were dating.
They were dating, yeah, they were totally dating.
Both of them. But this is the thing, like, me personally, like, if somebody's going through a divorce, like, I even had this happen to me a couple years ago, and it was somebody that I was with before. Yeah. He's going through a divorce, and he's trying to talk to me. I'm like, get divorced first.
Right. Yes, definitely, because there's a chance of reconciliation for real. Yep.
Like, let the ink dry on the paper.
Let the ink dry.
And then come back to me. And then second of all, if I have kids and I'm dating, it's going to be a while before you meet my kids.
Exactly, correct. Unless Kim has been dating Pete a lot longer than she's been leading on, because she did come out saying that she met him at the Met Gala. And that's supposedly, I think they met earlier than that, because she was like, I'm so nervous, as if she's never been to the Met Gala before. Like, as if she's never gone there with Kanye multiple times. In fact, Kanye dressed her at that Met Gala. So they were still in talks. They were still on good terms. They were still reconciling. And meanwhile, supposedly she went up to Pete, and Pete was like, oh, don't be nervous, like all this stuff that doesn't make any sense. And then she met him again at the at SNL. But it looks like they had already been dating from SNL as to why he was allowed to kiss her on the set.
So basically, it's like after they started dating and they were engaged and got married, she's on another level. Yes,
she's on another level. And
now she breaks it off. And all the hard work that he put in,
she gets to keep. Yeah. But
so
I would say that, but I would say that the way he constructed that, what's that called? The prenup, she had better build herself off of it, because he basically was going to leave her with nothing. Everything they had during the marriage and before the marriage, they would walk away with. Any gift that he gave her, she would have to gift back. Yeah, it was a very, very rigorous prenup. So I feel like, he definitely tried to make sure that she wasn't, he wasn't messing with a gold digger. He tried to, but I don't think she's a typical gold digger. She definitely did not need she didn't need his money. She needed his clout. She needed to get in the doors.
That's the word I was going to use. It was more of the clout. Because because they had money. Because Dad was a big time lawyer.
Right.
And then the sex tape with Ray J.
They still make about, I heard she still makes about $800,000 a year from that tape. I heard.
Man.
Yeah. Allegedly.
God forgive me, but
right?
I've never seen that tape, but I'm sure I probably did more than what they did. I don't know.
Yes, you sure did. I'm sure, because it was very boring.
I know. I probably should make some money.
Right? Mimi, hang on that that shower curtain, that shower rod. Everybody bought the shower rod after she was hanging from it.
Man, I would have broke it.
She was strong. It was strong.
Relief.
It was so funny, yeah. But Do you think that she was triggering him by having North sit on his lap, sit on Pete's lap?
It's possible because, again, people in Hollywood are a mess, so it's possible. But I'm more concerned about the fact that this girl is sitting on somebody that she's not even related to, even if she was related to them.
Right.
They know about little girls being.
We're gonna say M word because I'm thinking YouTube. They don't want us to say that.
But you've heard, like, young kids being
touched. Yeah.
And as a mother, the motherly instinct, and I think I wouldn't say motherly instinct, but just knowledge. It's making you look like a bad mom. I'm not saying she's a bad mom, but it's making her look like it. And I'm not saying that Pete would do anything to those kids.
Right.
But as a mother, no matter how in love I am with somebody, they wouldn't. And even if the relationship is serious, we're engaged, we're whatever, I'm not leaving them alone.
Yeah.
Him.
Especially if the father is uncomfortable right now with the situation.
Exactly.
I don't think that
you have to respect the father.
Yes. I think that's why Kanye moved beside, because he wanted to make sure he kept an eye on that family, because he knows that, the fact that he brought up Disney and the fact that Kim does have, allegedly have a site on Disney to put her child there. So she's already thinking about ways to dress up her kids, profit off of her kids. It's really something serious for him that he doesn't want. And I feel like if you're a billionaire, why the hell would you want your children to be working at that age, or like pushing them to, like, I don't know. So I just think he needs to choose better. He should have known better. Because we all know she's a clout chaser, right? Did we not know?
Oh yeah, we knew. Even like the last couple of marriages that she's had,
right?
So not looking back on it, it was publicity.
It was publicity, and a lot of people were like, "Well, Chris Humphries is not that popular. It doesn't matter. She's not looking for that. She's looking for."
Ratings,
storylines.
Because it was like the wedding was on the show,
right?
The thing about Kanye, and I don't agree with everything that he says, but majority of what he says,
he be right.
He's right.
If you listen to him years later, even like at that time, you may have been like, he's freaking crazy. But like, give it another couple years and listen to him again, and you'll see exactly what he just said.
Yeah, like even the argument he had with Sway.
How Sway?
Right?
Yeah.
He sounded crazy.
He
needed to calm down.
His delivery
was off, but what he said made sense.
It does make sense, and he definitely proved his point by getting what he wanted. So he was definitely right. But I just think that he should have known better than to mess with Kim. But then someone said, which I thought was interesting, was like, oh, a lot of black women are saying like, oh, why did he choose her? Like, they're like, well, how do you know that she didn't put roots on him? Like, how do you know that he chose her? What if she chose him and she put like, the little spell on him, and he's been Google-eyed, Gaga-eyed, all, in a sunken place.
Witchcraft is real. People do witchcraft because it works.
And they're known as a witch of the industry. So again, to people who think, oh yeah, he chose her. What if he didn't choose her? What if she chose him and she had already put the spell on him? So remember the lyric, when he get on, he gonna leave you. When he get on, he left Alexis. Oh God, Alexis. What happened to Alexis? We gotta get back to Alexis. He gotta go find Alexis and get her a clothing deal or something, child. Like, he gotta make it right. But I feel like when they broke up, she had nothing negative to say about him.
Now he needs to get with somebody that's similar to his mom, that can cook him a home cooked meal.
He's with
and handle the stuff that he got going on.
Yeah, I think he needs that. And I think the girl that he's with, because she's a behavioral specialist, as soon as Kim posted that picture, or not Kim, TMZ posted that picture of North sitting in Pete's lap. That girl posted something on her Instagram like, don't let somebody destroy your peace or get in your mind. She's already like on it.
And he's been through a traumatic experience.
Yeah.
The second step of divorce is traumatic. Even if if you really didn't love that person, the divorce is still traumatic. Because it's a spiritual thing too.
It is a spiritual thing. And it's his first divorce, and this is her third.
She's a pro.
She's a pro. Like, and she already knew, like, yeah, she's done. She's like, whatever.
You know, that's why he took it the hardest, because he seemed like a family man too. You know? What I think he needs to do is not even think about what she is or isn't trying to do. I think he should just focus on
the kids.
The kids, his health, his career.
Yeah, that's good. That's very true. Yeah, it's true. And I do think that he needs to let go of this, because he does talk about her like someone else is influencing her. It's not my Kimmy. Like, yeah, it is Kim. Okay, like stop. Like, everybody sees it. We've been seeing it. If Beyonce saw it, Jay-Z saw it, we all seen it. So everybody sees it, and he needs to get out of that, and he needs to focus on his children. Hopefully, I don't know, like maybe he needs to get like custody. So we're done with that subject. So the next subject we're going to talk about is, you know, the story about the white woman named Courtney Taylor and the black man named Christian Toby Abomseli.
Oh, well.